Okay, 23rd of April 2025, Crazy Market Talk with KEL once again. Now, yesterday I did a bit different. I shared with some bigger picture sharing, and I have a pretty interesting feedback. About 70% of people that ask, they like it. They say, wow, very refreshing, very different, and they can learn something that's out of the box, yeah, other than crazy system. Then about 30% say that KEL, you should just stick to the crazy system. Don't talk about the other market itself. It's wasting their time. I'm like, okay. So let me check if all of you here, so there are 17 of you, okay? If you think that what I share, those external stuff is good, press 1. If you think that I should just stick with the principle of crazy system, press 2. Key answer right now. Okay, I see a few answer coming in. Mostly ones. Any twos? Okay, still ones. Okay. All right, how about the rest? The 20 of you? You'll miss my sharing. Okay, so I think that based on the first seven message I saw, it's all one, yeah. So we'll continue to do a little bit of the normal market outside than crazy stuff, yeah. Okay, let's go. Right, the thing is this disclaimer apply as usual and hope that you do your risk management according to plan. That is very, very important. Yep. Okay, so since we have a lot of ones at the moment, we'll just do what I want to share because this is so important. Now, the thing is this, why we go outside the box to share with you things that is, not just crazy, because you have to know what's going on to know the market better. Now, you can see that Donald Trump and Elon Musk definitely, in my opinion, they definitely is manipulating the market. Okay, give an example why. This morning at about 4 a.m. when the market closed, right? Um, you can see this. Let me just show the chart. I jump a bit of the gun, yeah? I just show you what's happening. Okay, just show you a little bit here. Let you understand this. Okay. All right, just give me a short moment. Okay, waiting for the data to stream in. Seemingly, whenever on Zoom itself, it's a bit slow down. Yeah, normal days, I mean, without Zoom, it's okay. All right, so still waiting for the data. For those just joining, welcome in. Okay, we're still waiting for the thing to stream into the 5 minute chart. I seemingly hang a little bit here and there. Okay, so yeah, just wait for a while. Yeah, it's coming in. Yep, here we go. Okay, I still cannot. I cannot click this. It's not ready yet. The price is not moving. Gosh. Okay, this is something when it's happened like that. Occasionally. Okay, it's done already. Okay, come. A bit more to go. Okay, anyway, let's make it simple. So yesterday, we all know that Tesla is supposed to come out their result, right? And we know Tesla result wouldn't be good, right? The thing is this, you notice the market yesterday didn't go down at all. Especially to the last hour, the market stayed pretty firm. So that was a very strong indication that they know something. Yeah, here we go. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me just move the chart a little bit to the right side. Okay. Okay, just push the chart a bit. Okay, see that? So you can see that towards the end of the day, you can see the market hardly moved down. Instead, it was all the way up. So, and then this morning, boom, gap up. Okay. Now, of course, the reason was because that Elon Musk tell the whole world that he's going to release himself from DOGE, the position, and spend more time with Tesla. That was a good news. And also, Donald Trump says that he doesn't want to sack the Jerome Powell. Oh my God. He just called people loser inside a Twitter, which millions of people saw it. And the whole mainstream media covers on it. And then today he said that, oh, he doesn't want to sack that guy. You see, this is how Donald Trump runs his show. And I tell you this, his people around him has been making billions and billions of dollars. Just get a tweet from him, say, hey, you know what? I got to sell honestly something very good to the market. Then everybody just buy. Then the next moment he just say something and then boom, the market go up. This is how it works, okay? Incredible, all right? So the thing is this, to me, that is how the thing is work. I mean, you spend millions and billions of dollars to do a president. Of course, you need some use back some money, right? Okay, so today we can see the difference right now, everyone. This is the dollar. The dollar strengthened yesterday very strongly, and that basically crashed the gold market now. Okay, that's for sure. I reminded you this 3496, be very, very careful, because if the dollar comes to here somewhere around this level, we may see the dollar forcing the gold to hit 3496, and it really happened. That's a fact. Then today, as you can see this morning, the dollar now pulling back, right? So of course, what happened to the gold price? Now the gold price recovers. This is why you need to understand the dollar and the gold price right now. So the question will be, will the dollar continue to fall? The answer, in my opinion, is a yes, because sooner or later, the Federal Reserve will need to print more money. And when we print the dollar, that means there'll be more liquidity in the market. Hence, therefore, there'll be a depreciation of the dollar. So long term, the gold can still go higher. But yesterday, I reminded you, be careful, because when I noticed that everybody around me are all calling for buy in gold, and usually when this sort of thing happen, plus the dollar was at a very low level, I know that a rebound is kind of expected, and of course that really happened. So all clear? If all clear, press number 3 right now. All right, so that is a very important thing about the gold market. So later in the afternoon, right, I'll share with you something that happened unfortunately in China, where it happened to a student of mine, and she got hit by the gold. And of course, as I said, if you don't want to follow a system, then of course some things really can happen, yeah. And it went terribly bad. That's why this morning itself, I already got my first rush of, you know, 6 a.m. in the morning. Oh gosh. Okay, now the next thing is that the yield, all right? So let's talk about the yield. Now the yield is basically the opposite of the 10-year, the bond. So the US bond is just like a piece of paper whereby you basically take your cash and you buy a piece of paper from the US Treasury for interest. All right, the interest itself. So for the US 10-year yield now, it's about 4.3%. Okay, 4.3%. Yeah. Okay, so of course, by default itself, right, the shorter time frame, the interest will be lesser lah. If you take a longer time frame, the interest will be higher. Okay, so you can see right now that despite whatever's happening, the 10-year yield, okay, yield has came off because the bond price must have recovered, right? That is by right, is what should happen. So look at the bond price right now through this one. You can see that this morning the bond price actually gap up. The bond price actually gap up. But now, as we are speaking, it's trading lower. So which means that the selling of the bond market is continuing right now. So that means that even though what Donald Trump can say, don't know what this Elon Musk will say, but the market is still not really buying into it. So the thing is this, you can see that when the market was coming down back then heavily, it was this point here when a lot of selling was done on the bond market. And then after that, when the market rallied here itself, the bond didn't really, the buying volume didn't follow through. So that is the reason why you are seeing this right now. So now I want to share this with you guys. If the bond market pulls back down further, this will definitely trigger the stock market to go down. This one you must take note, okay? So I'm informing you that if you have a trading view, you can actually purchase it. Not too bad system to see external market like this. I think it's worth it, because if you use those online free one, right, like Bloomberg Terminal or Yahoo, right, I kind of realize they're a bit slow, 15 minutes, 20 minutes delayed, and they're not updating as it is lah. So I rather pay some money to this trading view, okay? You can go tradingview.com. I think now they got some saver special. Yeah, quite cheap lah. I mean, overall, if you ask me, for a trader that's going to be taking things serious, all this little information you should have. Okay, can? All right. So yeah, okay. So with that as well, right, this will give me a feel of what today might be happening to the stock market. So now let's go to the stock market and then see what can we do. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, hold on. I think my my screen for my thing is hang already. Hold on. Give me a minute. Okay. Okay, where are you? Okay. Yeah, the whole thing, the streaming got very bad now, yeah, seemingly. Okay, so where we go, we have the Dow Jones to begin with. we go. Okay, guys. So this morning, this morning, the opening price for Dow Jones is 39,699. The MLP is 38,670. So we know that yesterday must be a very big movement, yeah, on the upside. So by right, as long the market stays above OP, we should have a higher movement because the KSI is green. But interestingly, the KCX is blue. So there's a conflict interest, but the big boys obviously has a higher weightage, right? So by right, as long the Dow Jones stays above OP, it is a buy by right, yeah. But the thing is this, you can see the MA30 is still resting on top of it, so that will add some pressure. Now this KCL, that is now you're seeing on your screen, don't be bothered by it because apparently itself, right? Hold on, let me just double check on the number again.
Oh my God. I don't use this. I use the
Okay, hold on, never mind. Let me just mute all again. Sometimes this happen. Okay, so the KCL that is from here is from this guy here itself because this is the color change over with the KSI being red. So that's why this KCL tells you that the market now, as long stays above 39,605, it should be this KC. How come this KCL was 605? Wait, hold on. Something wrong here. Wait, sorry. Okay, wait. Let me just refresh my screen. I think something wrong with the KCL. Hold on. By right, the KCL should be on this guy here. Yeah, I think there's some error here. Oh, yes, because of the yellow turning yellow just now. Okay, I understand why. Because just now, I think the system a bit slow, yeah. This guy, when it turns yellow and it concurs with the KSI, so that gives you this KCL. All right. So this line that's ongoing, just ignore this, yeah. Ignore this. Okay. I'll talk to the programmer on this part here. Okay, by right, the one that should be KCL will be this guy here, which is the color changeover with the KSI being red. So that means that as long as the market stays above this line here, as long the market stays above this line, by right, like it's bullish. So that's why this morning you see the market just suddenly just shoot up. Okay, all right. So that was the thing that caused the market to shoot. Okay, so with that, right, guys, if you are buying the Dow Jones, then this is your target for today. Now, for those who want to short the Dow Jones, I will say that you want to short, maybe you wait, you can do a bit now because it's below OP, but then if not itself, right, do it below pivot one, then you'll be safer. All right. So when it goes below pivot one, you may say, but KEL is like 200 points away, then is it worth to do? I say that at least you have something to assist you, lah, but you can stop loss and put somewhere above the pivot itself. Okay, all clear? All clear, press number 4 right now. Now, for those who want to see the chart a bit cleaner with this as well, we can see here. So what you can do is that take this number here and take this number here, add them together, you have the midway. All right, have you done that? 40,626 plus 38,369 divided by 2. What number do you get? Can someone help me on this? The 40,626 plus 38,369. Then take this number divided by 2. What number do you get? Can you give me a number right now so that I can take a look at this? I used to have it, but there's a lot of lines sometimes I actually miss it out. So what's the number? It should be somewhere around. Okay, can I have the number? Today we need around. And let's student, what number do you have? Oh, no one want to do this today. No one want to do the numbering. 39,497. Thank you, Disha and Susan. Yeah. 39,497. Yeah. Okay. Then we put it in. Here we go. So this is the number that you need to watch out for. So it's very close to the pivot one, which is 39,477, right? This is 39,497. So it's 100 points away from where we are right now, yeah? So the thing is this, if only the Dow Jones really breaks below here, then we might be able to see a pullback to cover the gap. Now the gap itself is quite far away. The gap is at 39,191. Wow. 39,191. Okay, so where we are now? Where are we right now? 191. Where are we right now? We are now at 39,605. So which means that, right, if the market is to come down from where we are, it can come down all the way to 39,191. It is possible to cover a gap. But of course, again, that is if the technical levels are being breached lah. If not itself, right, it will take some time, yeah? So just to take note. Okay, so that is the Dow Jones itself. The next one will be the gold market. Okay, hold on, yeah. Let me find the gold. All right, so the Dow is now turning a bit of yellow at the moment. There's some buying interest at the moment. Okay, let's look at gold. Now, guys, I think that you have already seen this happening on the gold market. So since here, whereby we know that you guys have been telling me, Kel, how come your market, your KSI is red while the thing's going up? That means yours is wrong, right? I say again, guys, market can push up because the boys want to let go. There'll be a point whereby it will be the inception point, and that was happened to be our 49, our 34.96 level that I mentioned. And truth be told, the market really hits 3,500. Now, whether it's psychological level or is it because the boys purposely, it doesn't matter. The point is this: we got out at 34.96. That's a very important point. And then after that itself, right, for today, we have a big issue here. For today, we have the OP at 33.81, but the pivot 2 is actually above 34.71. So by right, once the market open, only boom, the market come down, right? Because it's below the pivot, below OP, and because the KSI was red, it was a confirmed sell. No need to think one, okay? But the thing is this right now, you must understand the point I just said this morning about the dollar. Now the dollar, if really recovers, I mean, if the dollar continue to fall, then the gold price will go up. So even though by the fact of the thing is this, the gold price may come down, but you must understand for elephant trade, this low must close below it. So what number is this? This number is 33.66. Please write it down. 33.66 is the low of here. Hence, therefore, if the gold cannot close below 33.66, cannot close, yeah, the gold can recover. Be careful, yeah. So I repeat myself, if the gold recover above and stay above 33.66, the gold can go back up to the MLP, which is about 34.02, yeah, MLP. Okay. So this one you must take note, yeah. So don't just recklessly sell, okay, because you must understand the dollar is in play right now. So the thing is this, what if gold really close below 33, 66, then different story. Then that means the elephant trail kick in. And if that is the case itself, right, then gold can really smash down all the way to 32.30. Okay. So if that really happened, then that will be a first level I'll be looking to buy. If not, the next level will be even lower, 32.11. Okay. All clear? If all clear, press the next number, number 5. Okay. And the last one I'll share is the dollar yen. Yesterday, I tell you about the dollar yen, and I was again spot on for that. So let's take a look. The dollar yen itself, yesterday, I told you, right, the dollar yen have to come down all the way to here, which is what number is that? Let me just show to you right now on the screen. Dollar yen came down and broke below 140. Remember, I told you the dollar yen will break below 140 psychological level. Remember, if you remember, text REM for me, please. Do you remember that yesterday I told you dollar yen has to break 140, and when 140 break only, the boys will come in to buy. Do you remember that? So once the market hit 140, straight away the dollar reverse ma. So that is exactly what we planned. Okay, so the thing is this, that's why the gold coming down was not actually manipulated only, but it's also, we can see across the board what's happening. Okay, so now very simple. For those who don't want to use the trading view, you can use the dollar yen as a play. If the dollar yen pulls back again, that means the yen strengthened, hence therefore the dollar weakened. And if the dollar weakened, obviously the gold price will continue to go up. So you put dollar yen beside gold chart if you have the currency indicator for, I mean, if the unit you have is currency lah, then as long as you can see that. So you can see the turning point of the dollar yen at the point today, it should be somewhere the same point as gold. So to show it to you, you can take a look here. I will change to the 5 minute chart. You can see for yourself. Okay. So for a while, because usually when I change the screen time, it will just take a while. All right, so the dollar yen is a very good barometer for the gold market, at least just to see the dollar movement. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So you can see that this is the time whereby the dollar yen hits a peak, and the time given was at 0135. So 0135 was where the dollar yen peaked and then pull back, right? 0135. Okay, now I put in gold. Okay, I put in gold inside the picture. Okay, you can see this is exactly where the gold price bottom out with the diamond. Can you see that? Then after that, you put a diamond in, you put a line across it. Oh my goodness, look at how beautiful it is. Look at this one here. The market pumped through it, then pull back, supported by the diamond line. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. And when the market is pulling back down, the KSI was green in color. So that means the boys were buying, they were not selling. Hence, therefore, boom, you can see that. And you can see that the way this is a huge candle down, right? See the way the market cover back is exactly, that's why the KCB is so accurate. KCB in data is very accurate, but people are asking me how it is. But you look at it, the 5 minute chart on the gold is exactly the same thing. And that is the reason why I say KCB works. All right, guys, that will be all for this morning market talk session. I hope you enjoyed the sharing today regarding about what I said. All right, we'll take a short 1 minute and come back to the revision for today. Yeah, okay.